When he was just 16 years old, Elliot Castro began to scam people into giving personal information, which then allowed him to use their credit cards to make purchases at restaurants, hotels and shops. He ended up fraudulently spending around £2.5 million and lived a jet-set lifestyle which took him all over the world. Eventually he was caught and went to prison for the crimes he committed. Today, he works with big companies to help them avoid being scammed.
It went from basically, nothing to quite a high value within a short space of time. I found a credit card on a train and I decided I would try and use it to buy my train ticket. And then within a year or two of that, it sort of escalated into bigger purchases and international travel and luxury brands.
So I'm interested in the mindset behind a scammer. What was going through your mind when you was almost doing what you were doing?
It was a very lonely lifestyle, a very paranoid lifestyle. If you imagine, you're essentially living a lie. I caused a lot of damage to myself and to my family in particular, not to mention some of the people that were affected by what I did. Wherever there's something of value, there will always be someone looking to take it away. Scammers don't give up very easily. They'll keep going and keep going and keep going until they get what they want.
Would you say that scamming is still a massive issue amongst young people around my age, looking at it from your perspective?
It's very interesting, Braden, because actually most young people, don't have loads and loads of money put away, but young people are actually more vulnerable than any other sector of society. There's a lot of things that scammers do that are really quite clever. Quite often scammers will present you with these golden opportunities that seem amazing, and you think, wow, that sounds great, I'm going to sign up for that, and then the next thing you know, they've drained your bank account.
As well as working with big companies, Elliot also does charity work and gives talks to young people. Today, he's at a high school in Glasgow to chat to them about the dangers of scams and how to avoid falling for them.
Put your hands up if you have ever been a victim of a scam of any description. See the people that do these scams, I'll tell you right now, they don't care who you are, they don't care where you're from, you are just another victim. And it might be you, it might be you, it might be someone else, but they'll just keep going and going until they get what they're looking for.
And he's got some great advice that we should all be following to keep our accounts safe.
Does anyone here know what two-factor authentication is?
So two-factor authentication is when you get a code to either your email or your phone which you've linked to that service.
Perfect explanation, right? So two-factor authentication is basically a really good way of ensuring that no one else but you can access your online accounts. And if you don't have it set up at the moment, I suggest the first thing you do when you leave this room is go on and set it up. Link your phone number to your account, and then anyone trying to log in from this point onwards will have to know the code, and they won't get the code because they don't have your phone.
I found Elliot's advice to be very helpful. It was targeted towards me.
I was scammed via an online shop and I purchased something but it never arrived.
I think I've learned how to avoid scams and understand what scams are, so I hope that I never get scammed.
I was actually scammed this month. Somebody had managed to get into my bank account. I tried to use my card and it disabled the card.
I don't feel like people understand the consequences of scam. They might just assume, oh, it's just a little thing, it's never going to happen to me. It could happen to you, and people need to understand and realise that.
You can see the full report on Sky News this Saturday.